Its symmetry leaves scientists scratching their heads. The hexagon structure likely forms due to fluid dynamics, where different wind speeds create a stable, standing wave. Have you ever wondered what strange secrets our solar system holds? From bizarre storms that rage for centuries to moons with hidden oceans, our cosmic backyard is filled with mysteries that defy explanation. What if I told you some of these phenomena could reshape our understanding of the universe? Join us as we explore the top 10 strangest phenomena in our solar system, uncovering the wonders and enigmas that make our celestial neighborhood so extraordinary. Jupiter's Great Red Spot. A swirling crimson storm on Jupiter, larger than Earth, has raged for over 350 years. This massive anticyclonic storm is one of the most iconic features of our solar system. Scientists believe the red color might come from complex organic molecules formed under intense UV radiation, but no one knows for sure. The Great Red Spot's winds reach speeds of over 400 miles per hour, making it more violent than any hurricane on Earth. It's shrinking over time, leaving researchers puzzled about its ultimate fate. Could it disappear entirely or transform into something new? What's truly fascinating is how deep this storm goes. Recent data from NASA's Juno spacecraft suggests the storm extends hundreds of miles into Jupiter's atmosphere. This depth gives scientists a glimpse into the planet's mysterious weather patterns. The storm's longevity is another enigma. While storms on Earth last days or weeks, Jupiter's atmosphere lacks a solid surface, allowing storms like this to persist for centuries. But the mechanics of its formation and endurance remain elusive. Jupiter's Great Red Spot isn't just a storm. It's a window into the planet's chaotic and extreme atmospheric dynamics. Understanding it might help unravel mysteries about weather patterns on gas giants and beyond. Saturn's hexagonal storm. Saturn's North Pole boasts a geometric wonder, a perfectly shaped hexagonal storm system. Unlike anything seen on Earth, this six-sided jet stream spans about 20,000 miles across. Its symmetry leaves scientists scratching their heads. The hexagon structure likely forms due to fluid dynamics, where different wind speeds create a stable, standing wave. But why it takes this precise hexagonal shape instead of a circular one remains a mystery. Images from the Cassini spacecraft revealed the storm's depth and color changes over Saturn's seasons. This dynamic evolution adds another layer of complexity to its already puzzling nature. Beneath the hexagon lies a massive hurricane-like storm with an eye and spiraling arms, adding to the polar region's bizarre and chaotic weather. These layers of storms might hold clues to the gas giant's atmospheric mechanics. Saturn's hexagonal storm isn't just a strange shape, it's a planetary phenomenon that challenges our understanding of weather and fluid mechanics. It reminds us how alien the weather on other planets can truly be. Uranus's tilt. Uranus spins on its side with an axial tilt of 98 degrees. This means it essentially rolls around the sun like a barrel. No other planet in the solar system behaves this way, making Uranus a true oddball. The tilt likely resulted from a massive collision early in the planet's history. A protoplanet or giant object could have struck Uranus, knocking it over. But the details of this ancient event remain speculative. This unusual orientation creates extreme seasons. One pole experiences 42 years of sunlight, followed by 42 years of darkness. The planet's atmosphere also features high-speed winds and faint rings, all aligned with its peculiar axis. Another mystery is Uranus's magnetic field. Unlike Earth's relatively aligned magnetic and rotational axes, Uranus's magnetic field is wildly skewed, further emphasizing its chaotic nature. Uranus's tilt isn't just a quirk, it's a reminder of the violent events that shaped our solar system. Understanding its unique orientation could provide insights into planetary formation and evolution. Venus's runaway greenhouse effect. Venus, often called Earth's twin, offers a cautionary tale of a climate gone wild. With a surface temperature hot enough to melt lead, Venus's atmosphere is dominated by carbon dioxide, trapping heat in a runaway greenhouse effect. Scientists believe Venus may have once had oceans and a more Earth-like climate, but volcanic activity released massive amounts of CO2, causing temperatures to spiral out of control. Now its surface is a scorching wasteland. The thick atmosphere also leads to crushing pressure, about 92 times that of Earth. Spacecraft that have landed on Venus survive mere hours before succumbing to the heat and pressure. Adding to the mystery are Venus's clouds, which contain sulfuric acid. These clouds reflect sunlight, making Venus appear bright from Earth, yet they also obscure its surface from direct observation. Venus's extreme environment provides a stark contrast to Earth and serves as a warning of how delicate planetary climates can be. Neptune's supersonic winds. On the distant icy world of Neptune, winds rage at speeds exceeding 1,200 miles per hour, faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Despite being far from the sun and incredibly cold, Neptune's atmosphere is shockingly dynamic. These supersonic winds likely arise from the planet's internal heat. Neptune radiates more energy than it receives from the sun, fueling its turbulent weather. One of Neptune's most iconic features, the Great Dark Spot, is a massive storm similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot. Though it's transient, appearing and disappearing over the years, it showcases the power of Neptune's atmosphere. The planet's deep blue color comes from methane in its atmosphere, which absorbs red light. But why Neptune's weather is so extreme remains unclear. Neptune challenges our assumptions about planetary weather, showing that even cold, distant worlds can harbor violent, energetic storms. Mars's dust storms. Mars experiences planet-wide dust storms that can last for months and cover the entire planet. These storms are the largest in the solar system and have even grounded rovers like Opportunity. Dust storms on Mars are driven by solar heating, which causes atmospheric pressure differences and creates strong winds. These winds lift fine dust particles into the air, creating massive swirling clouds. The thin atmosphere means these storms aren't very strong in terms of force, but they're incredibly widespread. The fine dust can block sunlight, plunging the planet into darkness and drastically affecting temperatures. The storms also play a role in shaping Mars's surface. Dust settles into dunes and patterns that reflect the planet's dynamic weather. Understanding these storms is crucial for future human missions to Mars. They highlight the challenges of living and working on a planet so different from our own. Mercury's shrinking planet. Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system, is gradually shrinking. Evidence from NASA's Messenger spacecraft revealed that Mercury's surface is covered with massive cliffs, or lobate scarps, that formed as the planet's interior cooled and contracted. This shrinkage is caused by the planet's metallic core losing heat over billions of years. As the core contracts, the outer crust crumples, creating cliffs that can reach over a mile high and hundreds of miles long. Unlike tectonic plates on Earth, Mercury's crust is a single shell, which wrinkles as it compresses. What's fascinating is the planet's ongoing geological activity. Scientists believe Mercury is still contracting today, making it a dynamic world despite its small size and proximity to the Sun. This process also affects Mercury's magnetic field, which is weaker than Earth's. The cooling and shrinking of its core likely play a role in the mysterious offset of its magnetic field from the planet's center. Mercury's shrinking serves as a reminder that even the smallest planets are not static. Understanding this phenomenon provides insights into how rocky planets evolve and change over time. The Singing Comet, 67P. Comet 67P/Churyumov-Gerasimenko, explored by the Rosetta spacecraft, stunned scientists when it was found to sing. The comet emits a strange rhythmic sound, an oscillating magnetic field generated by charged particles interacting with its surface. This haunting sound is far below the range of human hearing, but was amplified by scientists to reveal its eerie melody. The exact mechanism behind the singing remains unclear, adding an air of mystery to this icy traveler. Comet 67P's unique shape, resembling a rubber duck, adds to its intrigue. This odd form likely resulted from the collision and fusion of two smaller comets billions of years ago, giving it a distinctive profile, unlike anything else in the solar system. As the comet approaches the Sun, its frozen gases vaporize, creating jets of gas and dust that stream into space. These interactions might amplify the singing effect, revealing the comet's dynamic and ever-changing nature. Comet 67P is a window into the early solar system, offering clues about how planets formed. Its song is a cosmic soundtrack that reminds us how alive the universe truly is. Pluto's frozen heart. Pluto, once considered the ninth planet, boasts a striking feature, a heart-shaped glacier called Tombaugh Regio. This icy plain is made of nitrogen, carbon monoxide, and methane ice, and it defies expectations by showing signs of geological activity. Despite being billions of miles from the Sun, Pluto's heart is a dynamic region. The ice appears to flow like glaciers on Earth, reshaping the surface over time. The heat driving this movement likely comes from radioactive decay in Pluto's core, but scientists are still unraveling the exact mechanisms. Tombaugh Reggio's left lobe, Sputnik Planitia, sits in a massive impact basin. The basin's location is thought to stabilize Pluto's spin, and its reflective ice plays a role in the planet's climate by affecting how heat is distributed. New Horizons flyby also revealed strange polygonal patterns on the glacier, likely caused by convection currents beneath the surface. These patterns indicate a planet that, despite its distance and cold, remains surprisingly active. Pluto's heart symbolizes more than geological activity. It's a reminder that even the smallest, coldest worlds can hold extraordinary secrets. Enceladus's cryovolcanoes. Saturn's moon. Enceladus hides a global ocean beneath its icy crust. Its surface is marked by dramatic cryovolcanoes that spew water vapor, ice, and organic compounds into space. These plumes, discovered by the Cassini spacecraft, are among the most exciting phenomena in the solar system. The source of these cryovolcanoes lies deep within Enceladus. Tidal forces from Saturn stretch and compress the moon, generating heat in its core. This heat melts ice into water, which escapes through cracks in the surface as geysers. Scientists are particularly intrigued by the discovery of organic molecules in these plumes. Combined with the presence of liquid water and internal heat, Enceladus is considered one of the best places to search for extraterrestrial life. The plumes even create Saturn's faint E-ring, spreading tiny ice particles into orbit around the planet. This dynamic relationship between the moon and the planet showcases the interconnected nature of celestial bodies. Enceladus's cryovolcanoes represent more than geological activity. They're a glimpse into the possibility of life beyond Earth. As one of the most captivating destinations in our solar system, this icy moon holds mysteries waiting to be explored. Our journey through the solar system's strangest phenomena shows just how diverse and mysterious our cosmic neighborhood truly is. From icy moons and singing comets to shrinking planets and hexagonal storms, these wonders remind us of the universe's endless surprises. If you enjoyed this adventure, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to InnoVision Tech. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest explorations. Until next time, keep exploring the cosmos with us. Hey there! Ever wonder what makes the human brain so fascinating and powerful? From storing countless memories to helping you solve complex puzzles, the brain is a world of wonders wrapped up inside our skulls. With intricate networks, rapid speed, and surprising facts, the human brain is more incredible than you might imagine. Join us as we dive into 8 astonishing facts about the human brain that will change the way you think about thinking. Let's get started on this amazing journey together. The brain's speed is astonishing. The human brain processes information at incredible speeds. It can send signals to different parts of your body at up to 268 miles per hour. That's faster than a high-speed train. When you touch a hot stove, for example, it's this lightning-fast reaction that lets you pull your hand away almost instantly. But that's not all. The speed isn't limited to reflexes alone. Even when you're solving a problem or learning something new, your brain's neurons are firing in rapid succession to help you find solutions and understand concepts. This amazing speed comes from the brain's vast network of neurons. There are around 86 billion neurons in the brain, each capable of forming thousands of connections. Together, these form a complex web that transmits information almost instantaneously, allowing for everything from emotional reactions to logical decisions. This networked structure is what allows humans to think critically and creatively, often in milliseconds. Interestingly, the brain's speed doesn't diminish as you sleep. In fact, it stays active throughout the night, especially during deep REM sleep, processing memories and making connections. So even while you're resting, your brain is working at top speed to solidify knowledge and experiences from the day. Incredibly, the brain can even adjust its processing speed depending on the task. When it needs to focus intensely, such as during a sports game or an exam, it can shift into high gear, sending signals faster than it would for ordinary tasks. This adaptability helps humans perform well under pressure and respond quickly to changing circumstances. Think of your brain as a high-powered computer with a unique advantage. It learns, adapts, and can process information faster as you continue to challenge it. So the next time you find yourself reacting in a split second or learning something new quickly, know that it's all thanks to the brain's astonishing speed. Your brain creates its own power. Did you know that your brain creates enough electricity to power a small light bulb? This might sound like science fiction, but it's true. Neurons in the brain communicate using tiny electrical signals that constantly spark through various brain regions. The brain produces around 20 watts of electrical power even when it's resting. This energy drives everything you do, from your thoughts and emotions to physical movements and memories. These electrical signals are incredibly well coordinated. When you think about something or make a decision, thousands of neurons fire together, creating a synchronized burst of energy. This coordinated energy flow enables complex functions like problem solving, memory recall, and even your sense of humor. Every time you feel joy, sadness, or excitement, it's the brain's electrical activity bringing those feelings to life. It's fascinating to consider that this brain power operates on such low energy compared to other devices. Despite managing billions of neurons and thousands of thoughts every day, the brain only consumes about 20% of the body's energy. It's incredibly efficient, using energy strategically to keep you thinking, learning, and adapting. While the brain's electrical activity is powerful, it's also sensitive. External factors like stress, sleep, and diet can influence energy levels, either boosting your brain power or slowing it down. That's why you may feel mentally sluggish after a poor night's sleep, or experience a sudden burst of clarity after a good meal. The brain is attuned to your lifestyle, making it essential to support it with healthy habits. So, while you might not be able to light up a room with brain power alone, you're essentially a walking source of energy, using every bit of power to create the thoughts, memories, and feelings that make you who you are. Memory and storage are impressive. The human brain's memory capacity is astonishing. It's estimated to hold around 2.5 petabytes of data. To put that into perspective, that's enough storage to keep around 3 million hours of TV shows or to watch Netflix continuously for over 300 years without repeating a single show. Our brains have the remarkable ability to store countless memories, from childhood moments to facts learned yesterday. Your brain doesn't just store data, it organizes it efficiently. Memories are stored in various regions depending on their type. Emotional memories, for example, are processed in the amygdala, while factual information is stored in the hippocampus. This storage system is not static, though. It changes and evolves as you gain new experiences, adding fresh layers to your memory database. Interestingly, the brain can prioritize which memories to keep and which to let fade. Important events like birthdays or special achievements are often stored with extra details, while less significant ones fade over time. This selective memory helps prevent an overload of information, allowing the brain to focus on what truly matters to you. However, with triggers like smells or sounds, even a forgotten memory can sometimes resurface vividly. The brain's capacity for memory isn't just limited to storing facts, it also plays a role in problem solving. When you face a new challenge, your brain pulls up similar past experiences to guide your thinking. This is why experience is such a valuable teacher, as your brain learns from every success and failure, making future decisions easier and faster. So, the next time you recall a fun fact or a cherished memory, remember that it's just a tiny part of an incredible memory bank in your brain, working non-stop to store the moments that shape your life. The brain is more active at night. It might surprise you, but your brain is actually more active at night than during the day. As soon as you drift off to sleep, the brain shifts into high gear, organizing memories, processing emotions, and even solving problems. REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep, is particularly important as it's when most dreams occur, and it's a phase of intense brain activity. In fact, some scientists believe that dreaming helps your brain replay the day's events to better store them. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation. Throughout the day, you're constantly absorbing new information, and sleep is when your brain decides what's worth keeping. It sifts through the data, storing important memories and discarding less significant ones. This process not only strengthens your memory but also prepares you to learn more the next day, creating a continuous cycle of growth. REM sleep also plays a role in emotional processing. When you have a troubling experience, sleep helps you work through emotions, which can make challenges feel more manageable the next day. This emotional reset is why a good night's sleep often leaves you feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the world with a positive outlook. During deep sleep stages, the brain even performs its own cleanup. Cells shrink slightly, allowing fluids to wash away toxins that build up while you're awake. This self-cleaning is essential for mental clarity, making you feel sharper and more alert when you wake up. Without it, these toxins can accumulate, leading to brain fog and reduced cognitive function over time. So while it might look like you're doing nothing when you're asleep, your brain is in full force, preparing you for another day of learning, decision-making, and creativity. Sleep truly is the brain's best friend, supporting its complex functions night after night. The brain adapts and rewires itself. One of the brain's most remarkable abilities is neuroplasticity, or its power to rewire itself. Whenever you learn something new, practice a skill, or recover from an injury, your brain forms new connections, reorganizing itself to adapt. This flexibility allows people to learn languages, pick up musical instruments, and even regain abilities after brain injuries. Your brain is constantly creating new neural pathways, which helps it grow stronger and more efficient at specific tasks. This adaptability is what makes skill building possible at any age. Whether you're learning to paint, trying a new sport, or studying a different language, your brain is hard at work laying down fresh pathways. The more you practice, the stronger those connections become, making tasks feel easier over time. This is why repetition is so effective in learning and why practice makes perfect truly works. Your brain physically changes to support your new skill. Neuroplasticity also plays a big role in resilience. When facing challenges, the brain adapts by finding new ways to cope, often transforming past experiences into strengths. For example, learning how to manage stress builds mental resilience, helping you navigate future stress with more ease. The brain's ability to adjust is one reason people can heal and grow after difficult life experiences. Studies even show that mindfulness and meditation can boost neuroplasticity, enhancing emotional balance, concentration, and empathy. As you cultivate new habits or ways of thinking, your brain follows suit, reconfiguring itself to support your personal growth. So, no matter your age or stage in life, remember that your brain is always ready to adapt, learn, and grow alongside you. The brain and gut are strongly connected. Ever had a gut feeling about something? Well, that's not just a figure of speech. There's a powerful connection between the brain and the gut, known as the gut-brain axis. Your digestive system houses millions of neurons and even produces neurotransmitters like serotonin, which plays a huge role in mood regulation. In fact, around 90% of the body's serotonin is produced in the gut, meaning a healthy digestive system can boost mental well-being. This connection goes both ways. When you're stressed, the brain sends signals to the gut, which is why people often experience an upset stomach or loss of appetite during times of anxiety. Similarly, a healthy diet rich in fiber, probiotics, and nutrients supports the gut, positively influencing the brain. This relationship highlights how closely our mental and physical health are linked, making good nutrition essential for both brain power and emotional balance. Scientists refer to the gut as our second brain because of the major influence it has on our thoughts, moods, and decisions. This is one reason why comfort foods often make us feel better. They trigger the gut-brain connection, producing signals of happiness and calm. While it might sound surprising, the state of your digestive health plays a direct role in your brain's happiness and overall function. So, next time you feel a little down or need a mental boost, consider reaching for gut-healthy foods like yogurt, leafy greens, or fiber-rich veggies. These can fuel both your body and your brain, showing that your gut is just as important to brain health as any workout or mental exercise. The brain has a built-in reward system. One fascinating part of the human brain is its reward system, which produces a rush of pleasure when we achieve something or experience joy. This system, powered by dopamine, reinforces behavior, motivating us to repeat actions that make us feel good. It's this reward mechanism that lights up when you check off a goal, eat a delicious meal, or hear a song you love. The brain's reward system is vital in shaping habits and helping us seek activities that bring happiness or a sense of achievement. This system, however, can be a double-edged sword. While it encourages healthy habits like exercise and learning, it can also reinforce unhealthy behaviors, such as excessive social media use or overeating. The instant feedback from these activities stimulates dopamine release, making them harder to resist. That's why some habits are tough to break. Our brains are literally wired to repeat actions that bring short-term pleasure, even if they're not great for long-term well-being. Interestingly, this reward response can be hacked for good habits too. By setting small, achievable goals and celebrating progress, you create a steady release of dopamine, which makes it easier to stay motivated over time. Whether it's reading a chapter a day, eating more fruits and veggies, or working out, your brain's reward system is there to help turn these activities into lasting habits. The brain's reward system also plays a role in social bonding. Positive interactions with others, like laughing with friends or receiving a compliment, release dopamine, reinforcing connections and fostering relationships. This reward circuit is what makes love, friendship, and teamwork feel so satisfying, showing how the brain truly encourages us to thrive together. Emotions affect your perception of time. Ever noticed how time seems to fly when you're having fun or drag when you're bored? That's your brain playing with your perception of time. When you're engaged in an exciting or positive activity, the brain processes information faster, making time feel shorter. On the other hand, during stressful or mundane moments, the brain processes information more slowly, which makes time seem to stretch. This phenomenon is why fun weekends feel fleeting, while long waits seem endless. The brain's perception of time is influenced by emotional intensity. In moments of excitement or danger, the amygdala, the brain's emotional processing center, kicks into high gear. This heightened state can actually slow down your perception of time, allowing you to take in more details. It's a survival mechanism designed to help you stay alert in high-stakes situations, though it's also what makes nerve-wracking moments seem longer. Positive emotions also create time distortion. When you're deeply absorbed in a conversation, a hobby, or even an intense workout, you lose track of time as the brain focuses more on the activity than on clock watching. This flow state is when your mind is fully immersed, which many describe as some of their most productive, enjoyable moments. Of time can even be shaped by your expectations. If you anticipate something exciting like a holiday or a weekend trip, your brain may focus on the future, making the days leading up to it feel slower. This anticipation, followed by the quickness of the actual experience, is what makes memories of vacations seem so brief yet so impactful. So whether you're waiting in line or having the time of your life, remember that your brain's perception of time is flexible and shaped by the emotions and focus of the moment. The next time you find yourself thinking, "Where did the time go?" you can thank your brain's unique way of experiencing life. That wraps up our fascinating journey into the wonders of the human brain. From rewiring itself to shaping our experiences of time, the brain is truly an amazing powerhouse. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to InnoVision Tech. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the world's wonders with us. Have you ever wondered how radio waves can travel across continents, bringing music, news, and stories right into our homes? The invention of radio was a game changer that transformed global communication, connecting people in ways that were once unimaginable. Get ready for a journey through some fascinating, little-known facts about the history and science of radio, from its mysterious origins to the powerful impact it still has today. Join us as we explore 7 amazing facts about the invention of radio and its lasting legacy. Guglielmo Marconi and the race to transmit wireless sound. Guglielmo Marconi, an Italian inventor, is often hailed as the father of radio. But the race to send sound through the air was competitive and intense. Marconi's early interest in electricity and engineering inspired him to experiment with the transmission of signals without wires. By 1895, he had managed to send and receive signals over short distances, and in 1901 he made headlines when he transmitted a signal across the Atlantic Ocean. Marconi's achievement marked the beginning of long-distance wireless communication, paving the way for what we know today as radio. It's fascinating to note that Marconi's work wasn't entirely original. He built on discoveries by scientists like Nikola Tesla, Heinrich Hertz, and Alexander Popov, each of whom made vital contributions to electromagnetic wave theory. While Marconi was the first to bring radio technology to the mainstream, many believe that Tesla deserves equal credit for his pioneering ideas about wireless transmission. Marconi's commercial success, however, established his legacy and earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1909. The historical debate over Marconi's role reflects the complexity of invention and innovation. Inventions often come from collective contributions rather than one individual's genius, and radio is no exception. The collaboration and competition between inventors like Marconi and Tesla highlight how radio was not just a technical challenge, but also a global pursuit for knowledge and progress. This competition sparked creativity, driving inventors to push the boundaries of what seemed scientifically possible. As Marconi's technology evolved, so did the possibilities of radio. His initial focus was on wireless telegraphy, transmitting Morse code without cables. But eventually, radio waves were adapted to carry voices and music. Today, Marconi's breakthroughs are remembered as the start of a new era in human communication, transforming how we share information, connect with others, and experience the world. The role of radio waves and how they work. Radio waves are a type of electromagnetic wave, which means they travel at the speed of light. What's fascinating is that these waves carry information through vibrations, which are translated into sounds by the receiver. Radio waves themselves are invisible, silent, and only perceptible through technology, which allows us to experience the sound they carry. When a transmitter emits radio waves, they spread out in all directions, passing through walls and other obstacles, which is why you can listen to a radio inside a building, or even while driving through a tunnel. These waves vary in frequency and wavelength, creating different channels and frequencies. For instance, AM, amplitude modulation radio waves vary in amplitude, while FM, frequency modulation. Radio waves vary in frequency. Each type of wave has unique properties. AM radio waves can travel long distances, especially at night when they reflect off the ionosphere, creating a skip effect. This is why you can sometimes pick up stations from far away when listening to AM at night. FM radio, on the other hand, has a shorter range but provides higher sound quality, which makes it ideal for music. The physics behind radio waves may sound complex, but it all boils down to this. Radio frequencies allow us to send signals over vast distances, turning invisible vibrations into recognizable sounds. The range of radio frequencies is incredibly wide, from very low frequencies used for long-distance communication to very high frequencies used for short-range applications like Wi-Fi. Radio waves are so essential to modern technology that they are carefully managed and regulated, with each frequency range assigned specific uses to avoid interference. The magic of radio waves lies in how effortlessly they bridge distances. From listening to the news broadcast across states to tuning into international music, radio waves make it all possible. Even though most people don't think about it, every time you turn on the radio, you're tapping into a remarkable scientific phenomenon. The golden age of radio entertainment. In the 1920s, radio quickly became a sensation, transforming entertainment across the world. Known as the golden age of radio, this era brought live music, dramatic storytelling, and news broadcasts to audiences everywhere. Before television became popular, families gathered around the radio to listen to plays, serial dramas, and live performances. Radio became a central part of daily life, with programs like soap operas, children's stories, and comedy shows captivating audiences. Radio's ability to reach people regardless of socio-economic background contributed to its widespread influence. During the Great Depression, radio served as an escape, providing entertainment and comfort during difficult times. Programs like The Lone Ranger and The Shadow became household favorites, with fans tuning in every week to hear the latest adventures. Radio broadcasters and producers realized the potential of radio to connect with listeners, and so they began creating content that encouraged regular listening, forming the early model of appointment listening. One of radio's most famous moments came in 1938 with Orson Welles' broadcast of the War of the Worlds. The dramatic, realistic style of the broadcast reportedly caused some listeners to panic, thinking an actual alien invasion was underway. This incident demonstrated the power of radio to evoke real emotions and even influence public perception. Welles's broadcast remains a fascinating example of how radio could blur the lines between fiction and reality, immersing listeners in the story. While the golden age eventually faded with the rise of television, radio's impact on entertainment endures. The techniques developed by early radio producers influenced modern storytelling in television, film, and even podcasts, proving that radio's legacy goes far beyond sound waves. The golden age remains a testament to radio's ability to captivate, entertain, and connect people. How radio helped shape world events. Radio became more than just entertainment, it was a critical tool in shaping history. During World War II, for example, radio served as an essential source of information. Leaders like Franklin D. Roosevelt used radio to speak directly to the public, reassuring them during uncertain times. His fireside chats connected the president to millions of listeners, creating a sense of closeness and trust. In Europe, the BBC broadcasted news and updates to occupied territories, providing hope to those living under oppressive regimes. Radio's ability to deliver real-time news transformed how people experienced world events. For the first time, citizens could hear reports from the front lines, speeches from their leaders, and updates on important events. This immediacy changed public engagement, making people more informed and connected to what was happening globally. During the D-Day invasion in 1944, BBC correspondents provided live reports, bringing the reality of war into the homes of ordinary citizens. Radio also played a major role in the civil rights movement. Activists and leaders used radio to broadcast their messages, reaching audiences that may have otherwise been isolated. Civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. and other influential figures understood the power of radio to mobilize, inform, and inspire people in their struggle for equality. As radio continued to develop, it became a tool for public education and awareness. Events like the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969 were broadcast live, uniting listeners worldwide in a shared experience. Radio brought history to life, turning faraway events into shared, impactful moments for millions of listeners. Radio's evolution into a music powerhouse. The rise of music radio transformed it into a cultural phenomenon and a powerful force in the music industry. In the 1950s and 60s, rock and roll exploded onto the scene, and radio stations became the primary way for fans to hear their favorite artists. DJs were pivotal in promoting new music, often becoming local celebrities with their distinct personalities and music tastes. Legendary DJs like Alan Freed introduced rock and roll to new audiences, helping to popularize artists like Elvis Presley and the Beatles. Radio stations became the epicenter of musical discovery, where trends were born and fan bases grew. Radio also played a major role in the rise of Motown, soul, and R&B, genres that had significant cultural impacts across the globe. The reach of radio helped break down social and racial barriers, bringing music from diverse backgrounds to mainstream audiences. Songs that were once regional or niche now had the potential to become national or even international hits thanks to radio airplay. This power made radio essential for both established artists and newcomers who relied on it for exposure. The concept of the Top 40 chart, which ranked the most popular songs, emerged from the radio industry. These playlists and countdown shows gave rise to hit culture, where everyone knew what was popular and trending. The Top 40 format became a global phenomenon, guiding listeners' tastes and influencing the music industry's focus on producing chart-topping singles. With the invention of portable radios, listeners could take their favorite music anywhere, from beach parties to road trips. This convenience further embedded radio in people's everyday lives, making it a soundtrack to countless personal moments and memories. Today, even with streaming services, radio remains a powerful medium for music discovery and a vital link between fans and their favorite artists. The science behind radio waves and space exploration. The same radio waves that bring you music and news have also been critical to exploring space. Radio waves travel through the vacuum of space, allowing scientists to communicate with spacecraft and rovers millions of miles away. Radio telescopes use these waves to listen to distant galaxies, stars, and even black holes, providing valuable data about our universe. The Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft, launched in 1977, continue to transmit data back to Earth using radio signals, even as they venture into interstellar space. Radio waves are ideal for space exploration because they can travel long distances without needing a physical medium. NASA and other space agencies rely on radio to control rovers, collect images from deep space, and receive scientific data. For example, the famous images and discoveries from the Mars rovers were all made possible by radio communication. Radio signals from Mars can take anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes to reach Earth, depending on the planet's positions, showing just how far-reaching radio technology is. Radio astronomy is another fascinating application where scientists use radio waves to study celestial bodies. Radio waves reveal information that is invisible to optical telescopes, including phenomena like pulsars, quasars, and cosmic microwave background radiation, the remnants of the Big Bang. These discoveries have expanded our understanding of the cosmos and our place within it, giving us insights into the universe's earliest moments. Even as we develop more advanced forms of communication, radio remains essential for space exploration. It's remarkable to think that the same principles Marconi pioneered are now being used to explore the furthest reaches of our galaxy, proving that radio is truly universal in its applications. This connection between everyday radio and cosmic exploration adds a new level of awe to a technology that we often take for granted. The enduring power and relevance of radio today. Despite the rise of television, the internet, and social media, radio has remained a popular and resilient medium worldwide. Over the years, radio has evolved with new technologies, from AM and FM to satellite and internet streaming. Today, online radio and podcasts have given radio a digital rebirth, allowing it to reach global audiences like never before. Streaming platforms allow anyone to access radio stations from around the world, connecting listeners with diverse cultures, music, and ideas. Radio also adapts quickly to serve specific needs and communities, which keeps it relevant even in today's digital age. During disasters and emergencies, radio remains one of the most reliable sources of information, as it doesn't rely on internet connectivity. Emergency broadcasts provide critical updates, helping people stay informed and safe during crises. Governments and organizations often prioritize radio for disaster communication, proving that its utility goes beyond entertainment. In many regions, radio continues to play a key role in education, health information, and public awareness. Community radio stations around the world broadcast in local languages, sharing information tailored to listeners' unique cultural and regional needs. In rural or remote areas, radio is often the most accessible form of communication, providing educational programs and healthcare advice that might otherwise be out of reach. For millions, radio is not only about the music or talk shows, it's about a sense of community and connection. Call-in shows, local news segments, and community events foster a feeling of belonging among listeners. Even as new forms of media emerge, radio remains a powerful, adaptable medium that connects, informs, and entertains people in ways that continue to evolve. That wraps up our journey through the incredible history of radio. From groundbreaking discoveries to its role in shaping world events, radio has been a remarkable force in human history. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to InnoVision Tech. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the world's wonders with us. Have you ever wondered what strange secrets our solar system holds? From bizarre storms that rage for centuries to moons with hidden oceans, our cosmic backyard is filled with mysteries that defy explanation. What if I told you some of these phenomena could reshape our understanding of the universe? Join us as we explore the top 10 strangest phenomena in our solar system, uncovering the wonders and enigmas that make our celestial neighborhood so extraordinary. Jupiter's Great Red Spot. A swirling crimson storm on Jupiter, larger than Earth, has raged for over 350 years. This massive anticyclonic storm is one of the most iconic features of our solar system. Scientists believe the red color might come from complex organic molecules formed under intense UV radiation, but no one knows for sure. The Great Red Spot's winds reach speeds of over 400 miles per hour, making it more violent than any hurricane on Earth. It's shrinking over time, leaving researchers puzzled about its ultimate fate. Could it disappear entirely or transform into something new? What's truly fascinating is how deep this storm goes. Recent data from NASA's Juno spacecraft suggests the storm extends hundreds of miles into Jupiter's atmosphere. This depth gives scientists a glimpse into the planet's mysterious weather patterns. The storm's longevity is another enigma. While storms on Earth last days or weeks, Jupiter's atmosphere lacks a solid surface, allowing storms like this to persist for centuries. But the mechanics of its formation and endurance remain elusive. Jupiter's Great Red Spot isn't just a storm. It's a window into the planet's chaotic and extreme atmospheric dynamics. Understanding it might help unravel mysteries about weather patterns on gas giants and beyond. Saturn's hexagonal storm. Saturn's North Pole boasts a geometric wonder, a perfectly shaped hexagonal storm system. Unlike anything seen on Earth, this six-sided jet stream spans about 20,000 miles across. Its symmetry leaves scientists scratching their heads. The hexagon structure likely forms due to fluid dynamics, where different wind speeds create a stable, standing wave. But why it takes this precise hexagonal shape instead of a circular one remains a mystery. Images from the Cassini spacecraft revealed the storm's depth and color changes over Saturn's seasons. This dynamic evolution adds another layer of complexity to its already puzzling nature. Beneath the hexagon lies a massive hurricane-like storm with an eye and spiraling arms, adding to the polar region's bizarre and chaotic weather. These layers of storms might hold clues to the gas giant's atmospheric mechanics. Saturn's hexagonal storm isn't just a strange shape, it's a planetary phenomenon that challenges our understanding of weather and